this is, time went back and I got off a little late today. Plus I had some running around to do. But nevertheless, your girl is here with your first topic of the week. So, topic of the day. Let me correct myself. What's going on, friend? Your kids did that? Say, hold up, wait a minute. You told your children to do something and they did what now? They said what? Hold on, friend. Hold on 1 minute, okay? First of all, I've always told other people the same thing I'm about to tell you. Gentle parenting is okay to a certain extent. I'm going to say it again, friend. Gentle parenting is okay at a certain extent. See, I've seen, and I don't know if y'all seen it or whatever, but friend, I saw a couple of videos on yesterday where one was with a grandmother trying to tell the granddaughter what to do or what not to do, whatever the case may be, and the granddaughter pushed the grandmother. Child, do you know how much trouble I would have been in if I shoved my grandmother for telling me what not to do or what to do? First of all, friend, the hands-on is a no-no. The hands-on is a no-no. And that's for you. That's for your mom, your dad, your sister, your brother, your grandmother, your grandfather, anyone older than the child. And if they are telling the child something positive, something that can help them either save their life or help them understand the way of life, honey, that hands-on is a no. It's a no for me. I don't know what world that we live in that we have now become scared of our children to the point where they feel comfortable to put their hands on you. Honey, I'm old school. I came from the old school. I was raised by the old school, and I'm doing pretty good right now. I'm not doing the best, but that was because of my choices, not because of my parenting towards me. I dug the hole, so it's up to me to fill it back up. So, moral of the story is, don't allow children to put their hands on you or your parents, grandparents, whatever the case may be, because if they get too comfortable, who's to say that you will be safe sleeping in the same house at night? No. And I see it a lot. I see a lot of people on these television shows, they're scared and they're crying for help, and what's wrong with... Look, I understand that our government says not to spank our children, but here's the thing. Beating them and spanking them are two different things. Beating them is when you're physically abusing the child to the point where they can no longer walk, talk, or they flinch anytime someone who's not a threat comes towards them. That's abuse. Spanking is correction. A little pop is a correction. And a lot of people get it confused to think that the same way they used to parent is how they can parent now. No, ma'am. No. Because how you used to parent your children when they were 1, 2, 3, or 4. That's gentle parenting because they're babies, toddlers, even young children. But now they're teenagers. You cannot parent them the way that you parent a 2-year-old because they're no longer 2. They understand a whole lot more. They try you a whole lot more. They often, and I use this saying a lot, they often smell themselves. Meaning they think that they know all and you can't tell them anything, and then when you start fussing about something that they haven't done, they're sucking their teeth, they rolling their eyes. Honey, I remember one time I got that, I think I got that from school and I brought it home. My mom told me to do something and I just politely sucked my teeth because I thought she got on my nerves. Honey, when I tell you my mom gave me an open invite to a dental institute, she told me straight up, "Oh baby, I don't think you want your teeth anymore." That was old school parenting, and that was okay. She never once knocked my teeth out, but it was the seriousness in her voice. It wasn't the threat or the promise or the assumption that she would actually do it. It's the fact that she said it, and she said it with a stern voice, a straight face, and severe eye contact. Because baby, when I tell you my mom locked eyes on us when we didn't do what she told us to do, baby, my mom locked eyes. Like if you blinked, you lost, and you lost the war too. And I feel like we are so much more scared of the government because what you don't know is from the moment we give birth to our children, they're only our borrowers. Like we only borrow them. The government owns them. That's why it's so easy for us to lose our babies. That's why it's so hard to get them back. That's why it's a lot of he say, she say situations where these people feel as though that they know what's best for our children within the household. And they've never been in the household at all. But they know better. They know better than we do. So I started saying, okay, well, at the end of the day, I gave birth to them. And they're not going to put their hands on me. So if you're going to be the government, how about govern the children? Don't govern the parents. Unless the parents are actually putting hands on them to the point where it's abuse. Then yeah, I can understand that. I can understand DSS being involved when you're abusing a child. When you hitting them too much, giving them brain injuries, broken arms, and stuff like that. Yeah, that's when you govern the parent. But when we have children who are doing the absolute most, they do not want to listen, they do not want to do what you say, and then turn around and believe, I'm not going to say think, because they believe it. They believe that they could put their hands on you. And you being the parent and you're doing the best that you can, you're providing the best that you can. You make sure they have the best education that you can. You make sure they have I'm not going to say the best clothes, but you make sure that they have clothes on their back, shoes on their feet, socks, school supplies, book bags. You make sure they have food home and at school. Whether you have to pack their lunch or pay the lunch fees, or whether you even get the lunch for free. You're putting in that time to provide for your children or child, whichever the case may be. So no, you cannot govern me when it comes to my children. But if they get out of hand to the point where DSS need to step in, then the first thing I'm going to be telling DSS is you need to govern the kids. You need to govern my children because they're getting out of hand. I can't do nothing with them. They don't want to listen. They don't want to do this and they don't want to do that. So yeah, you need to step in with them. Don't step in with me, because at the end of the day, I'm doing my part. So if you want to say that I spanked them and you say I can't spank them, the devil is a lie, because it's in the Bible. It says that if you spare the rod, you spoil the child. My children are not spoiled, honey, not even in the least bit. Because, baby, I can give my oldest, and my oldest is about to be 12, I can give my oldest a look just for out of the I'm not even going to say ignorant, but the crazy little stuff that she be trying to say or how she try to talk back. I give her a look. And that look means you got less than 2.5 seconds to correct yourself to the fullest. And then it is time for me to correct you. Because out in the world, once they grow up and they become adults or whatever, and they go to live their life, if I don't train them up now, when they grow up and move out, they're not going to know anything, but they're going to think they do. They're going to run up on the wrong people. Or they're going to have friends that they think are truly their friends and they're not. They're going to have people bleeding them dry. They're going to have issues in life. They're going to have a hard time gaining in life. They're going to have a hard time persevering or prospering or whatever you want to call it. So, moral of the story is, you govern your kids accordingly. And when the government comes to knocking, as long as you are not abusing them, don't allow these children to run over you. Do not allow these children to hit you. Do not allow these children to talk to you like you're the child and they're the parent, because that's a no. Stand on your own too. Teach them, train them right. So when they go in this world, it'll be a lot less people dying, a lot less people being arrested, a lot less people getting divorced, a lot less baby daddies, a lot less baby mamas, a lot less children in foster care. But like I said, my topics are only my opinions. You can take with it as you will, do with it what you want. But I know what's best for me and mine. Do you? Y'all have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.